It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Weird Beard Brew Co. and it's a bottle of their something dark side. A temptingly dark beer at 9% ABV. There's a look at the label. There's the bottle cap. Love that bottle cap. It's 9% ABV as I mentioned, but I bought this beer when it first came out in a shop in Cardiff in Wales. It was bottled on November 2013. It is of course January 2016, so the beer is 2 years and 2 months old in the bottle. I've just, one of them beers sat in the cupboard. I thought to myself, I fancy aging this. Of course I could have reviewed it sooner, but I thought to myself, being a dark beer, being nice and kind of thick and warming, and it had some really good reviews at the time. Let's just put a bit of age on it and see what happens. So let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Look at that. Oh, still smoking. Look at that. Ho ho! Beer in the glass. Can you hear that glug? Might be bottle conditioned. Let's get all of that loveliness in the glass. Look at that. My goodness me. That looks fantastic. It's a 2-finger tan coloured head. Jet black beer in the glass. But look at the slow moving carbonation, the side of the glass. Looks great. Let's get the aroma. Oh, my goodness me. Loads of fruit. Lots of, not just, I'm not talking American IPA style fruit. Not your mangoes or your grapefruit or your pineapple, nothing like that. More your deep forest, wild berry fruit. There's fig in there, there's some, it's vinous, there's some red wine characteristics in the aroma. Oh, and this just smells absolutely wonderful with the chocolate, the roasted malt in it as well. Let's dive into this beer. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Stone the Crows, what an absolutely fantastic beer. And I've had a real treat tonight. I've reviewed some brilliant beer on the channel tonight. And it just makes this whole job a lot easier when you review fantastic beer like this. It's the start of 2016. My New Year's resolution, if you like, is to try and move away from more of the mundane stuff that people brew and really concentrate on top end beer. That would be something I would like to do. Of course, in practice you never know what's going to happen around the corner. But I'm going to move away from the kind of the McEwan's Champion, what I wish I reviewed at the back end of last year, and it just felt like a low on the channel. It felt like I was back in 2010 reviewing supermarket beer. But while I'm talking, I'm tasting the beer. The beer that I tasted, I'm getting a little kind of alcohol kick in the stomach. It's a lovely warming sensation that's there. It's nicely carbonated. But the roasted malt in this beer is fantastic. It's chocolatey, there's a hint of cocoa in there, a hint of coconut, believe it or not. Lots of vanilla in there. And that kind of raisiny, plummy, fig, red wine vinous kind of quality of the beer really carries this beer forward. It really does. As I said, I've aged the beer for over 2 years, just left it sat in the cupboard, and it really has. I've not tried the beer fresh, but if it tasted good fresh, it tastes just as good, if not better, aged after 2 years. Look at the way the bubbles, the small bubbles, are chasing the head of the glass, washing that beer around in the glass. It looks absolutely fantastic. I'm ready to rate the beer. This is a beer that has lost its way like a young skull with no real identity. An innocent pale beer that wanted more. A strong hoppy IPA that fell in with the wrong crowd. Of course, it's not a hoppy IPA. It's a bit of a dark beer. Tempted by the darkness, by the decadence of Imperial Stout, sweet, thick and roasty, yet high on hop aroma and flavour. Now, there is a sense of the hop character in the beer. There is a sense of it, but it's lost all of its hop character, this beer. It's more like an Imperial Stout now, because, and I think that hoppy flavour is it helped to turn the beer into more of that figgy, vinous quality that I talk about in the beer. So maybe fresh, this was an Imperial Black IPA. Maybe. Now it's more of a really fruity Imperial Stout. So rating them for something dark side by Weird Beer Brew Co. A temptingly dark beer at 9% ABV. And I will say it once more, I've aged it for over 2 years. I just wanted to see what would happen if I was to age a beer like this for a long time, and I'm glad I did. It's a real good quality brew. Rating, 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 from Real Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.